All right, and we are back. I have fixed my mic issue. I realized that sounded pretty bad. I've been operating off of my laptop's mic, so that's why it sounded pretty badly. But all the while, though, my explanations I thought was pretty good. So I don't know. It depends upon how much of a viewership I get. Usually, a lot of these videos will get maybe like 15 to 20 viewers. So if there's a big demand for me to re-record that, then I'll re-record that. Honestly, there's just not a big market for people following the math stuff, and it is legible. So it's one of those things where I'm just gonna keep pressing forward. For me, this is a study stream as much as anything else. So I think that it's except for how badly the mic sounds, it's clear enough to understand what I'm saying. But if there's any issues, you guys leave a comments, and then I could always re-record that. All right, so we're going to do the section exercises now of 1.4. All right? So, evaluate the following statement. The degree of a polynomial in standard form is the exponent of the leading term. So, we're going to say the degree of the polynomial. So, we're going to say x to the n plus x to the n minus 1 plus plus x to the 3 plus x to the 2 plus x to the 1 plus I guess c. So c, we should probably say with constants, and the constant could be 1. There we go. So we have c is constant, and they don't have to be the same constant. They could be different constants. Anyway, let's just do that. We're going to say A, B, da, 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 da. I'm going to say, let's say C, D, E, F. Okay, so those are different constants. And now what they're saying here is evaluate the statement. The degree of the polynomial over here in standard form, this is standard form, is the exponent of the leading term. True. Explain why the statement is true or false. Okay, so because by definition, the degree of the the degree, of a polynomial in standard form is the degree of the leading exponent, or the exponent of the leading term. All right. Let's check the answer. All right. So now we are doing the statement is true. Yeah, in standard form, yeah. Okay. You can multiply polynomials with any number of terms and any number of variables using 4 basic steps over and over until you reach the expanded polynomial. What are the 4 steps? I think what they're talking about here is FOIL. Okay. And I think that, let me just go back here. So we're going to say inner terms. So FOIL. I think that's what they're trying to want us to say. So we're going to say first terms, then we're going to say, right, let's see here, outer terms, then we're going to say last terms, inner terms, then last terms. essentially when you have AB times CD, it's going to be like this. That's how you can think about it. All right. Okay, that's not quite what they wanted. They wanted distributive property. This is distributive property. And then we're going to say multiply, combine like terms, simplify. Okay, so we're going to say distributive. So this is distributive. FOIL is a form of distributive property. Then we're going to say multiply, combine like terms, and simplify. Okay, distributive property, multiply, combine like terms, simplify. Okay, and then now we're gonna go with right. All right, for the following exercise, identify the degree of the polynomial 7x minus 2x squared plus 13. Standard form, negative 2x squared. And then we're going to say plus 7x plus 13. This is our leading term, and that's our degree. So we're going to say the degree is 2. Okay. And so that was question 5. 7. We have negative 625a to the 8th power plus 16b to the 4th power. This is standard form. This is our leading. This is our degree. Degree is 8. Let's check those two real quick. Yep, 2 and 8 so far. All right, and now we're going to continue with 9. And then we have x squared plus 4x plus 4. Leading term, degree is 2. 2. All right. All right. Yes. Okay. So far, so good. Next, we have, for the following exercises, find the sum or difference. So we're going to add or subtract them, right? Which is kind of the same thing. If you could always, if you have a positive polynomial plus and minus another polynomial, you could just spread the minus into it and then just add the two. And that's out of linear algebra. Linear algebra doesn't have subtraction, so you multiply by -1. You spread the minus and then you add. Okay, so then we have, and it doesn't have division either. You multiply by a fraction and then you add. So we have 12x. It has multiplication and has addition. Plus 3x. So this is our first one, and minus 8x squared minus 19. So in this case, what we're doing is we can think of it as combining like terms, right? This whole thing is, we have 2 polynomials, but in a sense it's also 1, because if we were to, once we start spreading the minus, it just kind of merges into itself, and then we just have to simplify the like terms. Okay, so let's do that. So this is going to be 12x squared plus 3x minus 8x squared plus 0x minus 19. The 0x, to keep it in the, I could have left an empty spot there, but from linear algebra, that's one of the things you can do. You drop that in there. And also, when you do linear algebra, it would be something like this. You can go 12, and then we have 3, 0, and then negative 8, 0, 19. That's the form you would have it in linear algebra. Okay? And there's different operations you do for that. You simplify them in other ways. But for our purposes, yeah, we're going to stick to this. All right, let's do that. 4x squared plus 3x minus 19. All right, and next, that was, which one was this? This is 11. All right, let's go to 13. So we have 6w squared plus 24w plus 24. And we're going to say minus 3w minus 6w plus 3. Okay, so right away, let's clean this up a little bit, right? So notice how the two w's are here. We're just going to scratch these, and it's going to be negative 3w plus 3. And we have the negative, and then we're going to spread this out, minus. So now we have 3w minus 3. Okay, so now we're going to have 6w squared plus 24w plus 24. And then we're going to add 3w minus 3. 6w squared plus 27w plus 21. Okay? Just check these two. I want a little bit more room to work. It's 11 and 13. 11 for, yes. Except I made a mistake there on the 19. See, like, this is the kind of stuff that you mess up on. It's not the operations. It's just like dumb mistakes where you didn't fully spread the negative or something like that. So that's the kind. Now, again, here, I just like to keep things rolling along. It's less of a concern for me if I make a mistake. However, that's a little bit of a mess. I got to clean this up. So, that says 3w squared. Let me figure out what went wrong with 13. Oh, is that a typo? That is a typo. This is the fourth typo I found in the book. Oh my god. And we're only... Okay, so I'm going to explain something, and I'm going to tell you why that's a typo in the book. So this is the answer they want. I'm going to give this to us. The answer they want in the book is this. 3w squared. And we're going to say plus 30w plus 21, right? It's quite a bit different than what I have. And the way to get that, I'll show you what happened. What they did in the book. When they printed this thing, what they meant to do was this. Remember how I said we're going to clean up the two w's? This was supposed to have been a squared. If you look on page 48, question 13, it says minus 3w minus 6w plus 3. They meant to say 3w squared. So technically, I did it correctly, but let's, I'm going to show you what it would have been. So I'm going to get this answer now. And this I'm going to demonstrate that it was a typo. 24w plus 24. And then we're going to say minus 3w squared minus 6w plus 3. Now, that's minus. That gets spread out. So then that's going to be right here. So this spreads. So we're going to end up with 6w squared plus 24w plus 24. Now, minus 3w squared plus 6w minus 3. And that gives us 3. Right here. I just don't have any more room to write here, but it's going to be 3w squared plus 30w plus 21. So as you can see, and again, it's very weird that they wrote it that way. 3w minus 6w plus 3. That's not standard form. And that's because, now, they didn't have to write in standard form, but they clearly meant to have a power there. So that is the fourth typo and the second one that I've found today, which is really annoying. This is too many typos for a math book. We're only in section 1.4, right? But whatever. I mean, this is open source, so the amount of editorial oversight they had, I don't know. Clearly mistakes were made, but that's okay. As long as we can catch it and explain it, then it's fine. It's not really a problem. We wanted to understand the process, and this is open source, so let's not complain about it. Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. All right, 15. 11b4 minus 6b3 plus 18b squared minus 4b plus 8 minus 3b to the third power plus 6b squared plus 3b. That's long. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to write it in order. 11b to the fourth power and minus 6b to the third power. Then we're going to say plus 18b squared minus 4b plus 8. And then we're going to write this 3b to the third power plus 6b squared plus 3b. All right, we're going to add this 11b to the fourth power minus 3b to the third power plus 24b squared and then minus b plus 8. All right, that was 15. Checking it real quick. Did I not spread something correctly? I did not. Wait a minute. Hold up. 11b. See, that's what I did. Yeah, I did not spread the negative. This is negative. And this is negative. And that's negative. So that's what I should have done first. That was my mistake. All right. So this is going to be, I'm going to correct this a little bit. So that's going to be, yeah, we're going to have to fix all of these here. Okay. So this is going to be negative 9 b to the third power, and then this is plus 12 because minus 6, 18 minus 6, and then this is going to be minus 7b plus 8. Okay. Checking it now again. See if I corrected it correctly. Okay, now it's been corrected correctly. It's just I didn't spread the negative. That's, like I said, that's really what'll trip you up. It's not so much doing the operations, it's the little stuff, like in between stuff. Okay, find the product. So we're going to multiply this out. And 6x minus 4. So we're going to say this is of the form a plus b, a minus b, so which is equal to a squared minus b squared. We're going to say let a be equal to, hold on, no, that's not a perfect square. What am I saying? I don't know. That's not a perfect square. Because what happens is I'm not squaring it. These are different polynomials. Okay, let's fix that again. I'm just going to multiply it out then. So we're going to have 4x times 6x minus 4 times 4x, and then we're going to have 2 times 6x, and then we're going to say minus 4 times 2. So that's going to be 24x squared. And this is going to be 16 16x, and this is going to be 12x, and we're going to subtract the minus 4x minus 8. Let's just check the math real quick. We have 4 times 6 is 24, x squared. 4 times 4 is 16x. It's negative. And so it's negative 16x. And then we're going to add 12x to that. So we end up with negative 4x. And then we're going to multiply negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. All right. And this is number 17. All right. And there's 4x minus 8. Yep, that's correct. All right. And now we're going to go with 19. 6, b squared minus 6. And then we have 4b squared minus 4. Okay, so 6 times 4 is 24b to the 4th power. 6 times 4 is negative 24b squared. And then we have 6 times 4 is negative again, 24b squared. And 6 times 4, both negative, makes it positive 24. That's cool. We just ended up with a bunch of 24s. 24b to the 4th power. And then we're going to say this is minus 48b squared plus 24. Okay, so that's cool. And we could, of course, simplify this further if you wanted to by pulling it out, but it's fine. Just check this. Make sure this is the form that they wanted. B to the 4th power minus 48b squared plus 24. Yep, all right, that's correct. Next, we have... So that was, find the product, that was 19, 21, 9v minus 11 times 11v minus 9. Okay, so we're going to have 99v squared, and then minus 9 times 9 is 81v. And 11 times 11 is negative 121v. And negative 11 times 9 is positive 99. All right, we have 99v squared. And then we're going to have minus 81 plus 121. We're going to add this, so that's going to be 202. So negative 202v plus 99. 21. All right. Yep. So far, so good. Next, 21, we have 23. 8n minus 4 over n squared plus 9. Okay, so we're going to multiply it out. We're spreading this out. We have 8n to the 3rd power, and then we have plus 72n, and then we have negative 4, and then, wait a minute, we're going to write this in order, and then we're going to fix it. I'm going to write down negative 4n squared, and then 4 times 9 is negative 36. Okay, so we're going to have 8n to the 3rd power minus 4n squared plus 72n minus 36. So again, we write them in order stepwise. We're working from our leading coefficient, from our leading power and on down. All right, check that real quick. Yep. All right. So far, so good. All right. And we have now expand. We have 3y minus 7 squared. And this is of the form a squared minus b squared, which is equivalent to a minus b, a plus b. Yep. So, but we wanted to, right? Hold on. What are we trying to do here? We're trying to multiply them out. Wait, or they just wanted to expand this thing. We wanted just to expand the binomial. So normally, if we multiply this out, we get this. That's normally the way we work it. But we're trying to reverse that. We want the expansion of it. And then, so that's going to be here. Let's say let a be equal to 3y and b be equal to negative, no, we don't, to 7. Okay, so in that case, we're going to say it's going to be 3y minus 7 times 3y plus 7. Okay, so that's the expansion of it. And let's check to make sure it's what they wanted. This was 25. Okay, so right, this has been expanded, but now we still have to multiply it out. Actually, hold on. What am I doing here? No. I did something wrong here. Right. This is not the same thing. This is not equal to a squared minus b squared because the square is on the outside. So that's called the freshman's error. All right, so here we go. We're just gonna expand it out. That's gonna be 3y minus 7 times 3y minus 7. Okay, so that's gonna be 9y squared minus 21y minus 21y plus 49, 9y squared minus 42y plus 49. There we go. That's correct. Okay. All right. And next, let's expand this one. 4p plus 9 squared. 4p plus 9 squared. And that's going to be 4p plus 9 times 4p plus 9. Okay, now something like this. Wait a minute here. A plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So that case, that holds. Because, yeah, for this form, that's fine. And actually, we could have used this form in the previous equation. But basically, so we're going to do this. The square is going to be, it's going to be 16p squared plus 2 times 4p and times 9. And then we're going to say plus 81. So that's 16p squared plus 9 times 4 is 36 times 2 is 72. Or you can think of it as 8 times 9. 72 p plus 81. Okay. This is 27. 27. Yeah, that's fine. All right, and let's keep rolling along here. 27, 29. Okay, excellent. We have another negative, and I'm going to show you when I said we could have used that formula. So if you have, okay, this form, I'm going to show you, first of all, there's two equations that we can use. We have a squared minus b squared is equivalent to a plus b times a minus b. So that's one form. That's not the one we want. But this form, a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Now, you don't have to do it, but that's going to be the result. The only thing is this plus is important. So the negative for this form has to be carried into b. So we're going to say we're going to use this form, let a be equal to 3y and b be equal to negative 6. If we do that, then it's fine. Suddenly we have a plus b squared. So then we're going to say 3y squared, then plus 2 times 3y, negative 6, and then plus negative 6 squared. All right, so we're going to have 9y squared plus 2 times 3 is 6 minus, so let's get rid of the plus then, minus 36y plus 36. Okay, check that real quick, 29. Yep, that's it. Good. So you see how that works? Whether the square is on the inside or the outside is very important. This right here is not equal to a squared plus b squared. Okay? It's this form right here. That's the form that you get. And that is called the freshman's mistake or freshman's dilemma, I think. I don't remember. But basically, it's such a... even I've made that mistake. But it is a very common idea that people get wrong. So that's why it even has a name for itself. All right. 31. So we have 4c, this is 31, 4c plus 1 times 4c minus 1. Okay. This is of the form right here now, right? So, and that we're going to say let a be equal to 4c and b be equal to 1. So we have the form that we want, and if we multiply it out, it's going to be 4c squared plus 1 squared, which is equal to 16c squared plus 1. All right. Okay. It was everything correct except this is the mistake. Again, freshman's mistake. I'm going too fast. Right here. This form right here and that form is not equal. It's a negative. That's just it. But yeah, it's 16c minus 1. All right, and that's good. Next, continuing on, we have, that was 31. Let's go to the next page. 33. 15n minus 6. And then we have 15n plus 6. So this is of the form a plus b, a minus b, which is equal to a squared minus b squared. Okay, we're going to say let a be equal to 15n and b be equal to 6. The negative does not have to carry over in this form, but it will be in the result. So in this case, the result for us is going to be here 15n squared and then minus 6 squared. So that's going to be 15 times 15, it's 225 and squared minus 36. All right. Yep. All right. So far, so good. That's 33. 35. Okay, so for this one, I am not going to use our form. Instead, I am going to do it by hand, and you will see the result will be the same. This is of the same form, by the way. Notice that it is of the form a plus b with a minus b. So we could assign 4 to a and 4m to b. We can do that. And the final result is going to be here 4 squared minus 4m squared. So that's 16 minus 16m squared, which is 16m squared minus negative 16m squared plus 16. I'm writing it in order, but let's multiply it out. 4 times 4 is 16 with minus 4 times 4 is negative 16m, and 4m times 4 is 16m, and then 4 times 4, negative 4m is going to be negative 16m squared. That's 16 minus 16m squared, which is equal to 16m squared, negative plus 16. Writing it in order. 35. Yep. All right. So far, so good. Continuing on. 37. 37, we have 11q minus 10 with 11q plus 10. This is of the form a plus b, a minus b, which is equal to a squared minus b squared. Let a be 11q and b be 10. The negative doesn't have to carry over because we keep it. So the result is going to be 11q squared minus 10 squared. So that's going to be 121q squared minus 100. All right, and that's 37. Yep, so far so good. Okay. By the way, the fact that we use these formulas to kind of blow through them, for polynomials, a lot of it is just like there's so much more that we do than just like factoring polynomials. This isn't even factoring polynomials. We haven't gotten to factoring yet, but essentially, doing multiplication or addition to them. There's so much more that goes on than just that. Then it's just one of those things where any convenient thing that you have, any formula you can use to just get through that part and get to the meat of it. That's why. So like this is just like I know like for this level, I suppose this is difficult and stuff, but this is really nothing when it comes to comparatively speaking to where math goes with it. This is the easy part. All right, and the reason why I'm able to just kind of blow through them is because I'm so used to doing them in other things that are much more challenging that this part of it is kind of like a no-brainer. But, it's like anything else you do it. Now, remember, with triples, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's going to be our form. So let's just do that real quick. We have y times y squared, y to the third power, minus, and that is if they're stepwise. See how they're all stepwise? So, and then we're going to have y times negative 4, so it's negative 4y squared. And then y times negative is negative 9y. And then, I proved myself wrong. And that's because, yeah, so in this case, we're actually back here. So we're going to go, next part is negative 2, negative 2y squared. And next is going to be plus 8y plus 18. Okay? So then that's going to be y to the third power minus 6y squared minus y plus 18. Okay, you can disregard what I was saying about the stepwise part of it. There we go. Okay. So let's just check my work real quick here. All right, and then we have, yes, negative 6y squared. All right, check it. And this was, multiply the polynomials, this is 41. All right, 41. All right. Yep, so far so good. All right, next, 43. All right. We got 3p squared plus 2p minus 10. We can flip them around. I can move this to there. Doesn't matter. But we can, just to show you that either way it works, we can just multiply this out. So let's just do that. 3p to the third power times negative 3p squared. Okay. Next we have 2p times p is going to be 2p squared. And then it's going to be minus 2p. And then we're going to have minus 10p plus 10. All right. And then we do the addition part of it. It's going to be 3p to the third power minus p squared minus 12p plus 10. All right. Let's check that. 43. Good. All right. So far, so good. By the way, another thing I should tell you about math. Something that worked for me. Just gonna take a pause for a minute. Gamifying it, right? Like the fact that I stream here, it kind of keeps me accountable. Like if I don't stream enough, I kind of feel the pressure to stream, and it doesn't matter if people watch or not. It doesn't matter if anyone takes it seriously. It's kind of like a game now, like where I put out videos and the line goes up, so to speak. And that really is a big thing if you need to do something. Like I need it for my degree, right? I'm pursuing a double Bachelor of Computer Science and Pure Math. But to get good, to get my degree, I need to be really good at math. And in order to get good at math, you don't have to be smart. Like I'm not smart, but you simply have to put in the time. So I try to stream 3 to 4 hours a night. And this puts me on the spot. It forces me to work through it and explain it to people. And that really ups my retention rate and my comprehension. So it's like one of those things. If you struggle with it, try something similar. You know, you maybe whatever format that you like to use, or even not to people, just put something there, a picture or whatever, and then you explain to the picture what it is that you're doing. Trust me, your attention will go through the roof. All right, now, we did 43. Let's do 45. We have a plus b. You gotta be kidding me. A squared minus b squared. There. We're gonna use that form. They just gave us the form. This is kind of a joke, I suppose, but yeah, I do have to check in the book. Of course it's correct. It's the form. Okay, 47. We have 4t minus 5u. Now, this is of the form a plus b squared, which is equal to this form right here is going to be a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, and we have to assign it. The negative does have to be assigned. Let a be 4t and b be negative. Is that a 5? All right, terribly. That's a 5. I'm going to say 5u. I put a dash through numbers, although that looks like an F now, but 5u. Okay, so I just assign them. We just take the formula, and we're going to plug them in. So we're going to say 4t squared plus 2 4t minus 5u, and then plus negative 5u squared. All right, and we just fill this out. So that's going to be 16t squared plus, that's 2 times 4 is 8, times negative 5 is negative 40. Let's make that negative 40. So, and that's going to be tu. And then we're going to have, and then we're squaring the negative, so that's going to be 25u squared. All right, let's check 47. All right, 47. All right. Yep. Okay. Now, of course, we could have multiplied them out, but we have the formula. And remember, if it's like this, you have to create this form. And to get the negative, or to get the positive, a plus b, I had to assign that into b. And if it was powers, I mean, if it was like, say, you know, like if this was like something like crazy like that, those powers would also have to be sucked into the a and b. The assignments would have to completely be in there. So you can't have something like this. It all has to be in the a and the b. It has to be assigned for this formula to work. All right. 49. We have 4t minus x times t minus x plus 1. All right, so spread this out. T times 4t is 4t squared. And then we have minus 4tx plus 4t. And then we're going to say minus tx. And then we're going to say, all right, and then we're going to say plus 0t. I just threw that in there to keep it even. And then x, negative x plus x is plus x squared. And then we're going to say minus x. Okay, and then the last one, was that it? I think that was it. Check my math real quick. 4t squared minus 4xt plus 4t, and then xt, or tx, that's fine. And then plus 0t. The 0t, I just did it for convenience. You don't have to do that. X plus x is x squared, and then minus x. All right, so we do this. We have 4t squared. We have minus 5tx plus 4t plus x squared minus x. And now I'm going to do by order of size. So we're going to say 4t squared plus x squared minus 5tx plus 4t minus x. Okay. So put a bit of order to it. 49. Okay. 5tx minus, so wait a minute. 4t squared plus x squared minus 5tx plus 4t minus x. Yeah, that's fine. All they did it, the only difference was that they flipped this around. It doesn't matter. That's not important. Because they are of the same polynomial degree. So these are of degree 1. So that's fine. I like to do it whenever I have polynomials of the same level. You know, I go stepwise down, and then if I have multiple polynomials of the same degree, I group them together, and then if singletons of polynomial degree 1, and then finally constants. All right. Next, that was 49. 51. All right. 51. 4r minus d and 6r plus 7d Okay, now this is not of our form because there is a 7 there, right? And there's a 4. So we just have to multiply these two out. We have 4 times 6 is 24 r squared. And then we have plus 28 rd. That's fine. We'll start with the r. And then we're going to have minus 6 rd. And then we're going to say minus 7d squared. Okay. I'm going to say 24 r squared plus 22 rd minus 7d squared. And let's organize them. 24 r squared minus 7d squared plus 22 rd. Okay, and 51. 24 rd. Now, they're using this form, which is fine. You don't have to reorganize them. I like to, but you don't have to. So, all right. 53. A developer wants to purchase a plot of land to build a house. The area of the plot can be described by this formula. 4x plus 1 times 8x minus 3, where x is measured in meters. Okay, multiply the binomials to find the area in standard form. All right. So that's going to be 32. 32x squared. 32x squared, and then we have minus 12x plus 8x minus 3. That's 32x squared minus 4x minus 3. Okay, now x is in meters, so what is the 3 then? Okay, so we have the binomial. Now, multiply the binomials to find the area of the plot in standard form. So that's going to be 32 meters squared. 32x meters squared minus 4 meters minus 3. I don't know. Let's find out how they answered it. The form should be correct, but I want to know. Hang on a minute. Yeah, so we have 32x squared minus 4x minus 3 meters squared. Minus 3, 32x, I guess, meters squared. I see what they did. Okay. So basically, where x is measured in meters. All right. Because the 3 can't be, I guess technically it could be centimeters or whatever, but in this case, this is all done in meters. And so x is equal to meters. So basically we're saying 32 meters squared and minus 4. I don't know. Not sure exactly how they want to do this. This is the correct answer. How the x relates, I guess you still have to fill them in. X is measured in meters, but we don't know what x is. I guess that's kind of it, though. So it will be 32x meters squared minus 4x meters minus 3 meters squared. Okay, let me see here. It's not really the kind of thing you have to worry about until you have to do like 50,000 equations of that form, and they tell you exactly what they want to see. So if you look at the house example we did, we had 4x squared plus or minus 3x feet squared. Or 4x plus 1.5 feet squared. So you just have to put that on the end, basically. I guess this applies to the whole thing. Okay, yeah, so you just have to put meters squared. If this was in feet, if this was x in feet, it would have been 32x squared minus 4x minus 3 feet squared. So that's how it would have been. Okay? So that was 53. And now we have 55. 40 minus 7 squared times, we have a lot going on in this one, plus 1 minus 4t squared plus 2t plus 11. Okay, so we got a lot going on here. The big risk here is just screwing up a sign somewhere and without carrying that problem into the rest of it. Okay, but let's do that. So we have the a minus b squared of that form is going to be a squared minus b squared. So that form is acceptable to us. Wait a minute. Now I'm losing my own train of thought. So not quite true. This form, actually, this is the type where the negative gets sucked in there. So this is of the form, wait a minute. This is of the form a plus b squared, which is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So that is of the form. So we're going to say let a be 4t and b be equal to -7. The -7 goes in there, so now we have of the form a plus b squared. And we're going to get that. So we're going to have 4t squared plus 2 times 4t times -7 plus -7 squared. So we're just going to solve, we're working on this part first. All right, so that's going to be 16t squared plus we have 2 times 4 is 8 times 7 is -56. So -56t plus 49, okay? And then we're going to multiply this by 2t plus 1. All right. We're running out of room. Okay. We have 16 times t. We're going to have to do this linearly then. Okay. So that's going to be 32t to the third power plus 16t squared. So we got that. Then we have -56t times 2, and that's going to be -112t squared, and then minus 56t, and then 49 times 2 plus it's going to be 98t plus 49. Okay, and then we're going to subtract from this 4t squared minus 2t minus 11. I spread the negative here, here, and there. So I spread the negative like that. Okay. Now we just have to simplify this. And I'm really out of room. Let's see if I can move this around a little bit. All right. There we go. Okay, that's more acceptable. All right, so to simplify this, we have, so we're keeping the 32t to the third power. We have 16 c's. How many do we have of those? So we have 4t minus 16t. So we're just doing the t squared. So let's scratch this, and that's going to be 12t squared. And then we're going to scratch that, and that's going to be 100 negative t squared. So we're going to say negative 100 t squared. And then we have 56t plus, so we're going to scratch this. We're going to make this 58t. And then that's negative, by the way. So we're going to scratch that, and we're going to make this, scratch this, 40t. So we're going to say plus 40t, and then we have 49 minus 11. We're going to scratch the 11, scratch the 49. That's going to be 38 plus 38. Okay, let's take a look. T squared minus 100 t squared plus 4t plus 30. Okay, yep, that is correct. All right, and 57. Let's go. I want room here. Here we go. Here's what I'm going to do. Where's my... There we go. And this is going to be... All right, we are doing 57. All right, so 57 is a squared plus 4ac plus 4c squared. Okay, times a squared minus 4c squared. All right, it's pretty straightforward. Check it one more time. 4ac plus 4c squared, a squared minus 4c squared. Okay, good. So let's do it. We have a to the fourth power with a times negative 4c. So that's negative 4a squared c squared. Next, we have 4ac times a squared. So that's going to be plus 4a to the third power c. And multiply that out times the next one, which is negative 16 ac to the third power. Yep, and then we have last one, 4c squared. It's 4c squared, a squared. Let's actually write the a first. Give it a bit of order to it. A squared, c squared. And then we have minus 16 c to the fourth power. So they have not been reorganizing it, so we're just going to keep the order, because this is the natural order of it. We just have to add anything that adds together. Does anything add together? Well, it looks like it does. So we have 4a squared c squared and negative 4a squared c squared. Just check that. So where did we get the a squared? That's right here. So we have this one. And then the next one where that one was right here. So these two are the same, except they're opposite. So we're going to scratch those two. Is there anything else we have that we can merge? Doesn't look like it. So we're going to say a to the fourth power minus 16c to the fourth power plus 4a to the third power c minus 16a c to the third power. Let's see here. All right, that should be right. And of course, the order, we could have also written it like this, just keeping the order that we had, printing it out. It's the same thing. All it did was the order that right there. All right, let's check that. 57. A squared, yes. 16ac minus, yeah. Okay, and as I figured, this is the form that they use down there, which makes sense. This is the form that it prints out. You know, just multiplying it out. You don't have to rearrange it. So that's fine. All right, and we got through this section exercises. All right. So join me next time. We are going to be doing section 1.5, factoring polynomials. That's page 49. We are flying along. All right. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time. And Merry Christmas. This was a Christmas stream after all.